Hi everyone. This video is to talk to you about your EAA or your midterm grades that will soon be released to you. So early alert grades, which we are currently changing to be called midterm grades, are given to let you know how you're tracking to perform in your specific courses. They are given by any class that is the 3,000 level or below. Classes that are 4,000 or 5,000 level it's optional for the professors to give early alert grades. So any classes that you are registered in this term that are 399 or lower will be giving you an early alert grade, and that grade's going to come anywhere between weeks 3 and weeks 8, which is the actual midpoint of the semester. So sometimes if the professors do an early alert grade, then the grade may be only based off of 1 or 2 assignments. The grades that come later are typically based off of more coursework. But nonetheless, the early alert grades are there to let you know how you're performing in a class and to let you know if there's maybe any courses that you might want to start to pay more attention to. You can find your early alert grades in Academica. When you go into Advising Works, they should post. So they're going to show up a couple of different ways. So a professor could say that you are getting a C or better if you're passing the course, or they could give you an individual letter grade. So they might tell you A, B, B minus, C plus, whatever it is. The early alert grades for students that are not performing to standards would say C minus or below. Again, they could also give you a specific letter grade. They could be telling you if you're at a D or an F. Any students that receive the C minus or below alert or a grade lower than a C minus will also get a separate notification that they do need to go in and pay special attention to that class. What we would encourage you to do is to reach out to any faculty members for grades that you get that you're concerned about, to talk directly to the professor or instructor for the class about why you're where you're at with the grade and what you can do to perform better. They are going to be able to give the best advice for how to improve in the class. Other advice that advisors typically will give for students when they do receive an early alert grade that's lower than they were anticipating is if you are not already using support services that are available for some classes like tutoring or supplemental instruction and the course has it, you may want to look into trying to start using it. Sometimes it's hard to get involved in those services later in the semester as slots could be full. So you may also want to talk with other students in the class about forming a study group. We have found that especially with the sciences, but really with any college level coursework, a really great tool to make sure that you're understanding and comprehending material is to work with other students and practice explaining or teaching the material to somebody else. If you can teach the material, if you can break down what you're learning in class and teach it to somebody else in your own words, that's going to give you a true understanding of where you're at with the material, where your gaps in knowledge are, and where you need to focus your time. So consider forming a study group with other students if tutoring or supplemental instruction services are not available, or even on top of tutoring and supplemental instruction. We also have learning specialists that are here to help students that are housed through the Academic Success Center in the Study Skills Academy. The learning specialists can give you more of a one-on-one overview of what your strengths and weaknesses are and can help you build on your strengths and help you utilize campus resources to overcome any of your weaknesses. And just remember that early alert grades or midterm grades at this time are not on your final transcript. However, this is your chance to make a big change in your grade if you're not performing up to standards for a class. Also be aware that sometimes professors will say, oh, your early alert grade was based off of one exam and you get to drop an exam. And that's all well and good as long as you perform better on the remainder of the exams in the class. So even if that's the case, we still encourage students that receive lower EAA grades to make sure that you're reaching out to find resources to be successful so that you can make that change. If you don't make changes to the remainders of your grades for the classes, then being able to drop one isn't necessarily going to help you make a big improvement in the class. If you have questions or concerns, as always, please reach out to your advisors and we can help direct you to appropriate campus resources. Also coming shortly, we are going to release a video to give you more detailed study tips and strategies to be successful in your coursework. Have a great day.